Good day, my name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. How have we been? As for we over here, we've been doing perfectly alright. Yes, it's no longer news that the country has been thrown into chaos. Not physically, but we all know what has been happening in the country because not only that there were various judgments at various stages of the presidential elections petitions. Alright, there were wrong judgments, justice was submerged or subverted, and all the irregular occurrences, alright, then the hike in fuel pump price, then the killings everywhere around, in the southeast, in the north central, and then other issues bordering to the Nigerian economic system and the political ground. Alright, that is why I say the country is in confusion right now, because even the president has just been traveling from country to country for summits. He has just jetted out to Dubai for something else, I think for another summit. So that should go further to tell us that we're actually doomed this time around. But we thought it was finished during the Supreme Court hearing of the presidential elections petitions, but it's not done yet. As the English adage goes, it is not over until it is over. It has been brought to our notice that human rights groups have dragged Justice Haruna Tsamani Simon and the other members of the presidential elections petitions panel to 70 world leaders over the controversy of their election judgment. Yes, we thought nobody could do anything to these judges, especially the lead judge, Justice Haruna Simon Tsamani, alright. But these groups, kudos to the Nigerians in diaspora, these groups have petitioned lots of world leaders, 70 world leaders, to number just a few, because there are another set of letters that were addressed to like 31 world leaders. Another one were addressed to, so wow, I think this fire is so much for Bola Tinubu. So he may not actually see this coming, but Nigerians have refused to relent. If protests cannot do the magic, then petitioning will do the magic. Of course, bringing all the world's respected leaders into the picture might as well tilt the situation a bit. So the expose is all about how the 70 world leaders are now with the petitions of what happened during the presidential elections tribunal, and these petitions in their hands, having the names of Justice Haruna Tsamani Simon and his colleagues to come and explain lots of irregularities in the judgment. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society Nigeria, the Ekwenche Research Institute and Organization, Chicago, USA, the Civil Liberties Organization, Southeast Zone, and the Southeast-based Coalition of Democracy and Human Rights Organizations have come together and dragged Justice Haruna Tsamani Simon and other 2023 Presidential Electoral Petition Tribunal members to 70 world leaders over the judgment of the presidential elections. The groups said that the call followed the failure of the Justice Haruna Tsamani-led 2023 Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal to publicly explain who actually wrote the widely condemned judgment of September 6, 2023. The chairman of Inter-Society, Mr. Emeka Umeagbalasi, in a letter to labor union leaders, pro-democratic bodies, and opposition political parties, signed on behalf of other human rights groups, and said that the 5 2023 Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal panelists were dragged to 70 respected world democratic leaders through its letters dated in October 2nd, 2023, and to 31 European Union leaders, including His Excellency Roberta Metsola, President of the European Parliament, His Excellency Charles Michel, the European Council President, and His Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission President, and 28 other top European Union diplomats. He said that the petition also was forwarded to 30 other democratic world leaders through a letter dated on October 5th, 2023, addressed to the head of delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS and the ambassadors of the Netherlands, the Finland, the Poland, the Federal Republic of Germany, the France, the Spain, the Czech Republic, the Italy, the Belgium, the Denmark, the Portugal, the Republic of Greece, the Austria, the Hungary, the Bulgaria, the Slovakia, and the Sweden, and High Commissioners of the Britain, the Canadian, and the Australia, the ambassadors of the United States of America, the Israel, the Royal Norway, the Ireland, and the High Commissioner, the Switzerland, the Brazil, the Japan, the South Korea, and Mexico. All right, welcome back. That was the expose there. Now, first of all, the Nigerians in diaspora have done well. They have ended up letting the world know. These world leaders were actually trying to be of the opinion that they never knew of what was happening in Nigeria. Now they know, and they have been officially notified, all right? So I will not say much on that. I will tell you that we will put our fingers crossed to see their own approach to what these petitioners and these human rights groups have told them about what is happening in Nigeria, all right? In the vein and spirit of protest, the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, have taken their protest to another level. This time around, they marched to the office or headquarters of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, in Abuja over the judgments in Kano State and the judgment that rendered, their own candidate and governor-elect, Abba Kabir Yusuf, also known as Abba Gidegida, rendered him out of office and applauded or advocated for the victory or election of Nasser Yusuf Gawuna of the APC as the elected governor. Now, the NNPP feel that their candidate, Abba Kabir Yusuf, was duly elected and is supposed to be duly returned as elected, all right? But the petition actually had a twist because the judges in charge controversially twisted everything. So this time around, they have taken their protest to another level by going to the ECOWAS office.
The security situation today in Kano State has become unpredictable.
Yes.
Nonetheless, we are not oblivious of the fact that this attempt to forcibly hijack the Kano people's mandate in the manner of a gangster is ploy to destabilize Kano State, the entire northern region.
Yes.
We hasten to put it on record this moment for global leaders that this is an ill-advised move, which consequences might reverberate not only in Nigeria but also in Africa and the whole world. The deliberate hijack of a people's mandate in Kano will no doubt have consequences politically, economically, and socially, especially in light of its humanitarian repercussions. Kano is the second largest city in Nigeria.
Yes.
A population of over 20 million people.
Yes.
It has the second largest consumption of all energy types and is host to thousands of kilometers of AKK gas pipelines to Nigeria Republic, North Africa, and Europe for the benefit of a better world. Kano is also host to the largest textile and food markets in Nigeria and Africa, from the Dawana food market to the Kwari and Senior markets. Kano indeed is home to the largest horde of unemployed youths, whose only hope is the mandate they freely gave to the NNPP and His Excellency Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. The political and economic significance and sophistication of Kano to Nigeria, Africa, and the world economy cannot be overemphasized.
Yes.
Therefore, any attempt to foment crisis and probably war in Kano through the instrumentality of the courts by taking away the mandate of their people in Kano is a clear case of trying to set Kano and the entire northern Nigeria ablaze, yes, thereby creating a huge liability for the world and causing a massive humanitarian crisis, because refugees will be headed towards Niger, Chad, Mali, Libya, Morocco, Algeria, en route to Europe. To avoid this huge problem for the world, in addition to the crisis in Ukraine, the Middle East, and other troubled spots, we are therefore calling on all embassies to alert their various presidents, prime ministers, heads of government, heads of international organizations, human rights organizations, and the International Court of Justice to draw the attention of the Nigerian president, and specifically the executive and Nigerian judiciary and Supreme Court, to do justice to Kano State and the NNPP and the government. All we ask for is justice to be done to the people of Kano. Justice! Our mandate given out freely by the people of Kano, who are today terribly traumatized and are in deep pain as a consequence of being democratically disempowered by the tribunal and appeal court judgments without prejudice to the certified true copy that has exposed the dangerous game going on. It is not only a slap in the face, but also a vicious blow to their hope of reaping democratic dividends for the choice they made.
Exactly.
Similarly, we are calling on the vice president.
All right, you've said it all there. They were making their demands in that video, and that means somehow Abba Kabir Yusuf might still, be reinstated, but I don't know if he would actually survive this, because a judgment taken, no matter under whatever circumstances, is actually a judgment well pronounced. All right, so I will continue to call out the people of Kano State for being, present while all of this corruption was taking place. If it takes place in Abuja, it shouldn't take place in our various states, because it is those people in these states that finally make it to Abuja and replicate their heinous, corrupt, operations. Now, Sunday Igboho, some man from the southwest, the same Sunday Igboho who is allegedly a member of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, I think, somehow he got into prison sometimes back. He got into jail sometimes back because of his involvement in ethnic bigotry during the general elections and his statements to non-Yorubas residing in Lagos State. All right. Now, after he gained freedom, he has made another statement, another threat. All right. He has threatened the people from the north central and the northern part of Nigeria to quickly vacate Lagos State with immediate effect or face the music. All right. So, and in view of his first threat and now the second threat issued to non-Yorubas in Lagos State, ethnic bigotry, I will repeat, ethnic bigotry has taken over the political system of Lagos State and needs to, be cleansed off. All right. In response, a group known as the Northern Consensus Movement has issued a warning to Sunday Igboho via a peaceful protest in response to his threats earlier made on non-Yorubas vacating Lagos State.
Well, Sunday Igboho, after his release, every Nigerian is aware he has threatened to send out all Fulanis that are in the 6 Yoruba states. And we have sent a message to him, and our message was clear, that we will not tolerate that any longer. The last time he did that, we lost about 115 people. That was clear, and that was why the secret police went after him, and he has to cross over to Benin Republic, where Kama caught up with him, and he was arrested and detained. On his release, he's released another fresh threat, and we've sent a message back to him that that has been done. We are law-abiding. We don't kill or destroy properties. We try as much as we can to stop it, and that was why the former chief of staff to the president said he has given us a tap on the back, because what we did, the 2 no food supply that we carried out, that will stop our youth from taking drastic action, from also retaliating by burning the properties of Southerners in the north, or getting to injure or kill any Southerner that is in the north. We have been doing this, protecting the interests of our brothers, our fellow brothers from the south. So we are telling him that if he does that again, we will not take that bad action, but we will send every of his people. We don't know whether they trust or believe in him or not, but we will send every single Yoruba man back to the southern state. That this is not a threat. We are known with our action. We don't say what we cannot do. Whatever we say, we do it. And we are not afraid because we are law-abiding. Whatever we do within the context of the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is certain. This is my message, or our message, back to Sunday Igboho if he tries that. And then good enough. Here we will commend the security agencies for doing their best in protecting lives and properties. We know that they have also been doing their best. They have been losing their lives. A lot of security agencies have lost their lives courtesy of all this IPOB, ESN saga. So I'm sure the security agencies themselves are not happy with what is happening. But their hands are tied because they are security agents. There are laws. They are binded by two laws: the ethics of their own services and then the Constitution of the Republic. But in our own case, we are not binded by their own law. We are binded by the Constitution, and the Constitution permits us to do what we are doing for as long as we do not infringe into the fundamental human right of any other Nigerian. And that we have been doing, and we've been trying as much as we can to ensure that we do not infringe in the fundamental human right of any other Nigerian. And that is why we allow and we live peacefully, amicably, respectfully, and in a brotherly manner with any other Nigerian that is resident in the 19 northern states. You can bear me witness here that in the last 2 years, no Southerner, either an Igbo man or from the Middle Belt or that the Niger Delta zone or Yoruba man that was killed or property destroyed by any Northerner in the last 24 months. Nothing of such has happened. But in the case of our own people, everybody will bear witness. It's almost an incident of every day. And we've been clamoring, we've been complaining, we've been crying. And we believe that with the new arrangement of the new government, we believe that a drastic action is being taken, and we continue. That's why we are commending the security agencies for what they've been doing. We will continue to pray for them. We will support them in whatever means possible so that there will be peace in this country. We don't have any other country than Nigeria. So we all have to work as a team to sustain this country, to continue to live as one people. Like in the words of the president, he said we are members of one family, but living in different rooms. But we are all in one house. The difference is just that I am in room 1, the next person is in room 2, the other one is in room 3. That does not mean that we are not members of family. It's just the rooms that divide us, not the house. We are in one house. So we are saying that we should continue to exist as members of one house. But then existing as members of one house does not mean that you continue to put your hands in my eye and then I will continue to blink to the level of, destroying my eyes, and I will not say anything. And that's why we are saying what we are saying. Thank you very much. Well,
all right, that was that. And you've heard it there, the demands of these people called this group known as the Northern Consensus Movement is clear. So Sunday Igboho should stay off anything that pertains to, deporting, yes, or let me say, sending away non-Yorubas in Lagos State for a few personal political reasons. That should stop with immediate effect. If he cannot be cautioned, then some people who are actually in power should call him to order. This is the best option, because if this goes on, he may actually end up, performing a sort of ethnic division, and which will tell on Nigeria so badly. Thank you so much for staying this far. Please like, share our videos, watch till the end, drop a comment for us in the comment section. If you're watching me for the first time, please tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you'll be able to see me promptly when I come on air. Wouldn't you love that? All these things you do wonderfully are YouTube's regulations to make us go viral. See you next time. Bye.